This. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm just finishing up Sierra's dinner here. I'm cooking her up the keto dinner. So she's got broccoli and then hamburger. And then I put it in with all of her nutraceuticals and a little bit of a stool softener here. And so I just gonna finish up making her dinner here. We'll get her fed real quick, and then we can go for a little walk while she's eating. But it's been really nice here this whole weekend. We started getting rain yesterday, and it kind of popped up out of nowhere. It wasn't saying it was going to rain the day before, and ends up that we got rain yesterday afternoon. It was real nice and cool. And we've had rain pretty much all day today. It started about 10 a.m. and it's been off and on. It hasn't been real steady though. I mean, it was steady there for a little bit, but I went down to go check. Oh, I got to get her CBD. I went down to go check the lower meadow to see if it was. Let's see. We're having streaming to your destination. I think Rumble. I think my Rumble stream isn't working properly. Rats. Well, that's too bad. Let me see what's wrong with Rumble. Edit. Yep, don't know what's up with Rumble. Well, looks like we're just streaming on the tube, so that's all good. Let me say what's up to everybody real quick. We got Simple Trail Travels. What's up, man? Hey, the hiking guy. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Doing well here. So, Rose, what's up? Gloria, how you doing? Lynn, thanks for tuning in. Nick, how's it going? Expose them. What part of Arizona do you live in? I'm in the northern part, kind of like northwest, and it's really awesome up here. So it's the Eric comp. If chickens had 3 legs instead of 2, we could all eat a little better. That's funny. Blue Sky Rez, how's it going? We got little Sierra over here. She's waiting for her dinner. What are you thinking, sweetie? She's been doing really good lately, like really good. We had some friends visiting, and she was like running over to them and jumping up and down and like having a ball, and she's jumping up into the camper again, and like, you know, very, very attentive. Like for a while there, she wouldn't really go out during the day. She'd rather just sit inside and kind of just chilling in the camper. And now she's wanting to go out every day and just kind of go walk around like she used to, and just kind of run around the place and all that stuff. So, all right, let's see here. Laura Travis, hey, how's it going? Brendan, hey, how's it going? I'm doing pretty good here, man. Let's see. Ellie Beck, good to see you. Good to see you too. Thanks for tuning in. Fartsack Jack, that's awesome. Loco, how's it going? Let's see. Jeff, how's it going? Love the videos, man. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in. So this is a CBD that I give Sierra. It's called CBD Heal, and it's from CBD Dog Health, and it's for dogs that have like, you know, Cushing's disease or cancer or whatever. Let's see. Is this the right? Oh, this isn't the right one. Let me grab the other one. We got 2 vials in here, and I grabbed the one that doesn't have any left. So this is the one that's got it left. So, all right, let's see. George, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. David, and Dr. Dave AZ, great day. Yeah, it's really nice up here. It's been like raining all day. It's just been lightly raining though. It's not been too bad, but the temperatures have been cold enough to where I kind of buttoned up the camper for a little bit, and the breeze was really coming through when it was really raining. But it hasn't been flowing enough for the check dams to really get cranking. At least they weren't earlier, and so I'm gonna go down there in a little bit, and we'll go check that out and see if the check dams are, you know, if anything came through, because it is showing, like, I don't know if you guys saw in the last video that I put up, but you know, that one check dam that has it's actually the smallest one that I've built out there, but it's the one that's like furthest downstream, and you can see like a meadow area behind it. You can see how the meadow is turning all brown, but the area around that check dam is all still green. And if I dig down in the soil there, it's literally moist, like 2 inches under the soil. And so I think that, you know, it's working in that regard, and doing, you know, doing a good job of keeping the water and just kind of slowing it down. I don't need to stop it. I just need to slow it down so that it soaks on the ground, because the ground out here is like a big sponge. So, all right, let's see. How long until you try out the fern? Well, Brendan, let me show you. I actually harvested the fern yesterday, and there was 2 of them that we harvested. And so this is one of them right over here. Got all that drying. So let's see, it's easier if you look out that way. And they're pretty good size. I mean, they came in real good. They look nice. And then this is the other one over here. That's just 1 or 2 plants, but you can see how they're much more sparse. And then let's see, you're asking Big Dog what the temperature is. It's about 60 right now, or maybe about 55, 60. And here's the view looking towards like all the clouds that we've had today. It's been kind of a monsoony day, you know. So Darlene Davis, hey Brian from Canada, how's your stomach these days? It's a lot better. You know, I'm putting on weight. Like I feel much better these days. I've gained probably about 10 pounds this year, and I still have to really watch what I eat when it comes to, you know, food, especially like sugar. I can't eat sugar, but so I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm filling out. I feel like I look like a normal human being as opposed to, you know, super skinny crackhead, which is what I was looked like for a while. So, all right. Hey, from Alabama. Hey, what's up, Casey? Thanks for tuning in. See, Mage, have you thought about adding a closed screen to the dance? Yeah. Well, what I've been doing is, so instead of that, I'm putting not the juniper over it. And so these juniper trees that I'm knocking down, especially the smaller ones, their branches are pretty small. And it's so easy to limb those up. And you just lay them down in front of the check dams. And then you also put rocks over them too. So you lay them down, put rocks over them, and lay them down again. And that's what I've been doing. And it seems to hold back a lot more debris, you know, because a little bit of debris will come through when the water starts to flow. And so anything that can hold that back is good. But I've gone through also, and where there's obvious signs of water going through the check dam, I've gone in and put little rocks and really tried to fill in those holes with different debris and stuff like that. Hang on, I got to get Sierra her water. Let me get you some more water here, sweetie. Hang on a second. And so I've gone through and really tried to fill in those holes and all that stuff, and it seems to be working good. You know, it's like you can tell on that one check dam, especially that one, that the grass is in a lot better shape. And I've built more. I've probably built 4 more check dams this week. And so, and they're pretty easy to build. I've got so much material down there, which is nice. You know, I've got tons of rocks and stuff like that sitting down in the lower meadow, and it's easy to go down there and just grab them. And then I'm using the kind of the natural stair steps that are already built into the land from rocks that have kind of made their own little check dams, but have been washed out over the years. I'm going and I'm just using those natural contours, just adding to it. So it makes building the rock check dams pretty good, because the nice thing about that is the rocks are already there. They're already anchored into the creek bed. And so those are a little bit stronger and they'll hold up better than the ones that I have sitting on the surface. The surface ones are okay, but the problem is you can get erosion underneath them and then it just kind of falls out. So, all right, let's see here. What do we got? Amy Green. Hey, what's up, Amy? How you doing? Shirley Mack. I watch you, but I never let her chat. Oh, cool. So thanks for tuning in, Shirley. And let's see, Colin. Hey, Brian. Hope all is well. Thanks. Yeah, everything's going good here. You know, just kind of hanging right now. And I've been working on the property. What I've been trying to do is get rid of all the debris that's around here. And so that's what I've been burning, is that I've been, you know, all the debris that I have that is like built up from building trails and cutting down trees and making extra space and just clearing, you know, stuff for like the garden area and things like that. I've been using that to run the hot tub. And that's what I've used all summer long. I didn't use any wood that I would normally use for like a stove or for winter. I just used brush and debris, and it's been great because I've been able to go through pretty much my whole property now and get rid of the just stuff that was sitting on the side of the trails and the side, like the side of the road that I cut through here. So all that stuff is gone now. It looks so much better around here, which is nice. So, all right, let's see, Brennan, what's your current favorite book? I like this one right here. I'm currently, well, I've got a couple of different ones that I'm reading right now. I've got Williamson Valley Road, and that's a neat book about the history and some history in Northern Arizona. There's another history in Northern Arizona. I Am the Grand Canyon. It's a story of the Havasupai people, you know. And then there's a third one that I'm reading right now, but I don't know. Oh, hey, hang on. It's in my backpack here. Things here. Got a third one that I'm reading right now, and it's this is the one I'm about ready to finish up. It's Finders Keepers by Craig Childs, and that's all the books that I'm reading right now. But they're all Native American or history, you know, oriented. I love stuff like that. Somebody was asking about how let's see, how has the live gone on for anybody out there? Oh, we just started. See, can Sierra get her tumor in her back area removed? They unfortunately won't do that when they have tumors in in other parts of their body, and she has so many tumors in her lungs that they won't remove the tumor in her rear. Now, I will say, it seems like in the last 2 weeks since we started the keto diet, and then I've got her on, high dose of Panicer. It's twice of what I'm supposed to give her, and then doubled up her nutraceuticals and all that stuff. It does seem like she's running around more. Like she's super energetic, aren't you, girl? See, she's like really responsive and wants to go outside all the time. And like when I grab the quad and go down to the lower section for the whole summer, she just sat around and would never go down with me. And now she's going down every single time and running around. And she started playing fetch last night. We got back from a walk after dark, and she was like running around and running around the camper. And I'm like, what is she doing? I'm like, why isn't she coming inside? Well, she had her bone and she was throwing it up in the air and catching it. And then I came out there and threw the bone, and she ran like crazy after it and all that stuff. And it was really cool. So it's just cool. So hey, Brian, Richard over here in Williams, you up a bit? Yeah, it's definitely getting chilly up here in Northern Arizona. It's nice to experience. It's the summer just didn't bring the monsoon like it had been the previous year. And so let's see here. What have we got? See, just started cow chips and calluses history at Chino Valley. Oh, cool. Dr. Dave AZ. I'll have to check that out. That sounds pretty cool. So we just got home near Wi-Fi, and Brian is live here. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, Sheila. Images of Americas are great. Yeah, they're great books. I like them. This one is about the history around here. The Williamson Valley Road is a neat. It's like a historic ranching road, and it's pretty cool. So that's what I'm reading right now. And other than that, just working on stuff around here. Like I said, it's mainly been debris clearing, and then also making more clearing for the raised garden beds. I'm going to put in at least 4 more before winter sets in, and then redo the roof. I was able to source some more of that U-channel, that metal U-channel roofing, and so I just have to go over with the trailer and go pick it up, and then we'll be in good shape. And it's cool. It's like old, and it's got some patina on it. Like it looks all old school. So it'll be nice to have that. So, all right, let's see. We got a few more. Let's see. Glad to hear the treatment's helping her. Yeah, she does seem happy, and she's a lot more energetic than she was in the past. And she was. I have noticed, like when I touched the tumor on her rear, it was really hard, and now it's getting softer. And so I don't know. Maybe the keto diet has really helped out to start to shrink the tumor, because basically what I'm trying to do is starve it. And that way we're good to go. So Camper Dude watching live from London. Cool, man. That's awesome. You're now a world traveler. That's cool. Let's see, Brendan, any details on the Tundra issue? No, just the same old stuff. Just if I sue Tyler, he doesn't have any money. He already spent it all. And so if I sue him, and he's broke. And so if I sue him, even if I get a judgment, which I would, who's to say he doesn't just blow it off and just string me along, and then I have to file a lien and go through all that. And I may just sell the truck, and then if I have to take a little bit of a loss, I will, and just chalk it up to knowing that like he's a dirtbag, and he's not a friend. I thought he was a friend. He was just a fraud. So hello from Western Oklahoma. Cool. I love it out there. I used to go down to Wichita Mountain Range when I was a kid, because we came down from Wichita, Kansas to do that. So Sheila came wagging that tail. Yeah. So all right, let's see what else have we got. We have a reconciliation day in Canada. I don't know what that is. All right, let's go outside, and I'm going to throw on a sweatshirt real quick. Do you need to go outside and go potty? All right, let me see. All right, you want to go outside? You want to go walk around? Come on, let's go. Come on. All right, see how she's like all ready to roll and wanting to go outside. It makes me feel great to see her doing that, because I know that we're on borrowed time, considering that what do you think, sweet girl? Considering that she's got a crazy diagnosis, but I'll take all the good days I can get with her. So we're gonna head out here, and she'll probably want to go on a long walk. We won't be able to do that until we get done with the live stream, because if I walk too far, where she likes to walk when we come outside is like way down the hill and then in this gulch and all that stuff. So Sierra, we're not gonna walk down there, pumpkin. We're not going to walk down there right now. We're just going to stay outside right here. We're going to walk this way and go check out the garden, okay? So here she is walking with me. Where you at, girl? Sorry, I know it gets kind of, the picture quality isn't the best when I do that. So why don't you come here, sweetie? What are you thinking? What do you think, girl? What you thinking? I thought you're not going to go over there. Thought you were going to come show off for the camera. But here's a little bit of an update on like I'm clearing out more debris, and all this area right here has now been cleared of debris. You see this right here? All of this. And so I'll be able to put at least 3 beds in here. And then for the cowboy cabin over there, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to build. Let me show you something here. On the front side here, I want to turn this into like a garden shack on the front side. And so I'm actually going to make a metal awning that comes out this way with just simple posts that go down, and then have the metal roofing on there, kind of angled down this way so I can shed water. And that way I can have like an area to store different supplies for the garden, and just pots and just different stuff. And also to have a place to work on, if it's raining out or something like that, if I need some stuff for the garden, because I'd like to really get my food production dialed in for next year. And so I'm really interested, in seeing what else I can grow up here. My neighbor has cherry trees, and apparently they grow really well up here, and they kick out a ton of cherries. So that'd be cool to have that. Peach trees do real well up here too, and then apparently like citrus trees do. They turn out to perform pretty well and stuff. Hey, check this out. I don't know if you can see it, but right there's a bunch of rain coming down right there, and then it's all sunny on the other side. It's kind of cool looking. So anyway, yeah, keto is more of a lifestyle, but it's long haul. But I'm trying to give her every chance that I can to not feed the tumors. And the big one is you like no sugar, no carbs and stuff like that. But she's she's doing good. You love the title "Serious Human." Yeah, I figured that was a good one. So, but things here are going good. It's like it's been really nice and cool all day, and the temperatures this time of year, like the fall time up here, is when it gets to be really nice. And Nick, thanks. Yeah, it's been coming along really well. It's like just kind of looking back. I can get out of the way a little bit. There we go. Looking back towards the fence, and I want to create like a big fence that goes all the way around just to keep the cows out of the garden area, because that's they can come in and they can kind of eat all your food. And I don't want to have them hammer that, and they don't know any better. They're just in there foraging. But I'm glad to have like this upper section on my property. I'm glad to have all of this be somewhat level in here, because all I had to do was go through and clear it. And I'm glad I did it by hand, because I think it looks better than if I did it with a machine and like graded everything out, because I can still operate on this ground during monsoon season. It's drained enough and there's enough rock in it to where it's kind of like naturally graveled. And that makes it to where even with it gets a lot of rain. Hey Sierra, where'd you go, Pumpkin? Even if it gets a lot of rain back in here, I can still walk around and I don't get that real sloppy, mud. So cool trucking. Hey, what's going on, man? Let's see, cool, you're live. Didn't get the notification. Yeah, I did it through Streamlab. I don't know if that negates any of the notifications or anything like that. So hang on a second. There's a little bit. I'm gonna clean this. There we go. That way it's not as there. You can see it better, like where it's raining right there. And there's those clouds just went over us just not too long ago. And it's been it just now stopped raining. It's been raining all day. Sierra girl, where'd you go, Pumpkin? Come back here. She walked off thinking that we're going on our walk, but we're not. Over here, sweetie. Come on, girl. Back here. She's down there. Let's keep an eye on this. Yeah, it looks great. Thanks. The outside here, I love coming out in this area and just kind of hanging out. And I'm glad that I started knocking down some trees to give me like view corridors back to this area. And that's what that is. Like this was all super tight with trees when I took ownership of the property. And there you are, sweetie. See, she's coming in. She's right there. And so it was really tight. And it literally, I didn't think it would take me nearly as long as it took me to clear everything. It's really it took like 2 years, to get to this spot, and a full year of me being here this year, you know. And well, I mean, I got back in March, but since March I've been jamming there, all the time, and it's definitely been a lot of work. But I agree with Crummy VCR. You said that you really like the fact I use natural materials on the site. It does keep a good flow, I think, and I think it looks cool. I mean, like, even like this stuff right here, where I'm just using like rock to make little edges around, little like kind of accent areas, if you will. Or I have it coming in on my driveway as well. I've also got it over here to where, I'll have rock like kind of go around and kind of goes around like little areas. I'm just trying to make it like a little bit, I don't know, like make it look like a little bit of human influence, but not a ton. I don't want to come in and put like cement everywhere. I'd rather just use rock from the property. And as far as building materials are concerned, you can easily use juniper posts or pine, but the pine out here is a little bit different than the pine in Colorado. When it dries, it gets a little bit brittle, which is kind of weird. It has a lot of sap in it, I think, is what it is. And so using juniper is great because like they don't rot. Like I've got these buried in the ground, these posts that are that go around for the fence. And with that, I'm looking at least 50 years of use before I have to worry about rot. And it has a natural insecticide in it, and so you don't get a lot of termite. You don't get any termites or anything hitting it. You get this one bird that wants to come in. It's like it's not a woodpecker, but it comes in and just hammers like crazy with its beak into the juniper. You're like, dude, you're the only animal that does that. What's your deal? so so let's see. See, Mage, you're asking how long do you think it would take to clear all that? It took me, if it depends on how much you work, really. I mean, if you're going out every day and just busting it, then you could probably clear it in a couple weeks. But I was doing other stuff too, like I was building the camper cover this past summer, and then working on a bunch of other things around here, and like working on the check dams down below. And so it just depends on how much energy you have. I was getting to the point where my hands hurt so bad because my thumbs were so sore, like the ligaments and tendons in them were so sore that I couldn't really use my hands, and so I had to slow down. So I had to learn how to pace myself a little bit better because I'll just keep going and going until my hands fall off. So let's see, cool trucking. Did you get my email? No, I'll have to. I'm behind on emails. I need to go through and check my emails. So I'll definitely check that and get back to you, brother. So let's see. Yeah, crummy VCR. When people start chain lining yeah, I agree. It's like, like chain link fences and stuff like that, or barbed wire fences. I get why people have them, but you can make them look a lot cooler. You can use posts like that, and then I have barbed wire underneath. Like you can see, like the barbed wire gate that I have here. This barbed wire gate, and then um, I can pull it across over to the other deal right there and connect it, and then that way the cows can't get in. That looks better than like having like a standard fence and steel and all that stuff. And I get why people do it. It's like you can easily put it together, and those products are tried and true. They work well, but I just think this looks cooler. You know. And having that view, like the sunset view over there, is so awesome. It said the sun sets either between there and then over there in the summertime, which I've got a really great view corridor on the other side. So let's see. I like the idea of turning into food for us. What food are you growing out there? Midge, I'm growing right now. I've got strawberries and uh, sweet red bell peppers, and then I had sweet potatoes going, but they were hammered with grubs, and the grubs ate them, and so that was kind of a bummer. Then I have my special ferns, and those I just harvested those. Those will be ready in about 2 weeks. And then I want to do. That's why I want to put in more beds because I want to put a lot more strawberries. I just love strawberries. I could eat those all day, every day. So putting in more strawberries, and then probably more like lettuces and maybe like a broccoli or something like that. Something I can use, in cooking. I still can't eat onions because I'm still dealing with stuff from when I had the giardia, but hopefully soon I'll be able to eat that. So let's see. Any plans on making an outside rock chimney? No, none right now. I mean, I do have like stoves. I've got my 4 dog stove sitting right underneath my camper, and I can bust that out and have that as an outdoor fireplace if I want to. But maybe one day do an outdoor chimney, rock chimney. Right now, it's more. I still want to get the rest of my camper all dialed or camper cover all dialed in on the back because I don't have any roofing on it. I just have plywood. And it's been hammered by the elements this summer, so I'm going to take that off and use that to build the raised garden beds, the additional ones I'm doing, and then replace that lumber and then put on the metal roofing on top. And we'll be in good shape. See, Brendan, you asked big one three this winter for camping videos. Yeah, but I don't know if I'm going to go out this winter because with Sierra's health being really kind of dicey, I don't want to I don't want to put the screws to her. So, because like winter camping is difficult. I'm up a lot throughout the night. I know I make it look like super mellow and everything, but the fact of the matter is you work a lot, when you're winter camping. And so I don't want to have it to where I put Sierra in a predicament to where I'm straining her physically. So as long as she's still around this winter, we're gonna be sticking around here. But when she's no longer here, I've got some really fun adventures that I want to do, and I realize I'm gonna outlive her. Like she's almost 10, and so that's pretty good year, pretty good life. Um, and I hope she lives a bunch more years, but I can't be upset for the time that I've had with her. We've had so much fun. She's just been the best dog and just a great companion and fun out here too. It's like I don't have to tell her to do anything and she just knows what to do. And so it's nice to have her around. So all right, let's see here. Lewis is tuning in from Southeast Texas. Thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in. See, Darren, what's the growing season out here? So essentially, like they say the last frost is always like the middle part of May. This year it was like the 1st of May. And so you can start planting after that. And you can plant before that. You just got to watch for any frost warning because it'll start to warm up. By April, the temperatures out here are pretty nice. But the evening time can still get cold and you can still get a snowstorm rolling through and things like that. And so pretty much like if you want to be safe, middle part of May until November, or maybe middle part of October. Usually by October 31st, by Halloween, that's when it starts to get consistently cooler out here. But right now, it's awesome. I mean, obviously with the raining today, that made temperatures a little bit cooler. Sierra Girl made temperatures a little bit cooler, but the temperatures normally would be like 70 to 75, and right now it's probably about, I don't know, 55 to 60. So, all right, let's see here. Ranch is looking good. Thanks, Luke. Yeah, it's been going good out here. Let me come over here. I'll show you. I haven't done anything more for the little solar area where I want to put in the additional solar, and the reason why is because I think I'm actually going to switch it and put it over here. This is a south-facing slope right over in this area, and this south-facing slope, once I clear out this last brush right here, this whole area could easily have like 5 panels in there, and I could have over like about let's see, those 5 panels would be 1,000 watts of solar, and it's on a southward facing slope to where there's bushes that are right there behind it, and those bushes would cover it up. You wouldn't be able to see them from the road. And so people that would drive by down underneath, they wouldn't see that I have panels right there. But it's a great area to put them because then I can just angle them up or down as needed. Because like in the summertime, the sun tracks directly overhead here, But the wintertime, it's a little bit lower in the sky, and so you gotta watch it with that. But yeah, everything's going good out here, and I'm real pleased with how things are going. So, see Justin, hey bro, hey man, thanks for tuning in, Justin. Mike, do you ever want to build a small house there? Yeah, probably eventually, maybe like a cabin or something kind of cool, something unique. But as it stands right now, um, I really like just having like the camper to live in. It kind of feels like I'm still out living, living like a nomad because I'm living in a camper. But that camper is really comfortable. I have no complaints with it whatsoever. I mean, a night I go from living in 30 square feet to like a 19-foot camper. It's that when I say 19 feet, that's with the tongue. So the living area is probably like 16 feet long. So, all right, Sierra, come here, girl. It's starting to rain. Where'd you go, sweetie? Come on, Sierra. I'm gonna get her inside because it's starting to rain again. Looks like we got one more vein of this storm coming through, and then we've got clear skies. I don't know if you can see them way down over there, but it's That's not cool. See, cool trucking. You have oh no, I'm good, brother. I got tons of panels, so I'll be in good shape. See, let's see, Mage. What is one creature comfort that you wish you had out here? I would say probably just a wash house. Like that's what I want to build over there where those pine trees are. Let me show you. This is kind of like a little alcove. I'm gonna have to clear all of these. I'll have to clear all of this right here. But what's nice is we've got these big old pine trees right here, and it kind of makes a little area we could tuck something there. Where I could put a little like a little one-room cabin in there. That's a wash house. That would also include having like a washer and dryer, like a little small one. Not a dryer, but just a washer, because I just do use a clothesline to dry stuff. And then also like a place to shower, because right now I still just shower outside, and in the wintertime that can be pretty cold. And then I also use the hot tub on a regular basis, which is nice. Let's see here. How's the vegetation doing around your berms? They're doing pretty good. Steel mill. They're you know, it's like the area down there where you can really see in the last video. There's this one shot. It's actually part of the first. I think it's the first check dam that I go to inspect, and it shows the grass behind it, and it's all starting to brown up a little bit because it's getting cooler at night and also kind of dry. It hasn't really been raining that much, and you can see around the check dam, especially the area where the check dam is, like it's all green around there, and everything else is kind of starting to brown up. So it's pretty good. Oh, Mage, also you're asking how cold do the winters get? It can get really cold. It gets down like -15. Snows like crazy, and so they're saying this winter is going to be very, very, very snowy and wet. And so, if that's the case, it was that way last year, and people said it snowed like every week. You know, there's a big snowstorm every week out here for the entire winter, and I was kind of bummed because I wish I would have been out here for that because I love it. You know, when it snows, obviously. But I was in Colorado doing my thing, and we had fun there. But I think this winter will be here just on account of Sierra's health. You know, what do you think, Sierra? I'll see Dahlia Roberts. All right, you're taking off. Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. All right, sweetie, let's go inside. What do you think? You go inside? Come on. Come on. Let's go this way. Come on, Sierra. Let's come over here. What do you think, sweetie? She's so cute. All right, what we're gonna do is, oh, that's kind of cool. Check this out. The sunset over there. It's gonna be a good one tonight. That sunset's gonna be amazing. So, see, may need some extra firewood. Oh, I'm good on firewood. I got so much wood around here. It's crazy how much I have. Come here, Sierra. Let me get you inside, sweetie. So we're gonna go in here. We're gonna cook my dinner, and then we're gonna log off, and that way I can take her on a walk and everything before it gets dark. And it looks like we got another round of rain coming in too. Come here, sweetie. Over here. Let me get you up in the camper. Come here. Come here. Oh, what are you doing? Let me see. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. There you go. I got to get her feet cleaned off real quick. So let's hang on 1 second here. I'm going to put you right here. That way you can see her. Hang on, sweetie. Let me get your feet cleaned off. Let's see. Where is that towel at that I used to clean? There it is. All right, we'll go like this. That way y'all can see us. So I do this to keep Sierra's feet clean because she likes to get up on the bed. But the thing is like her feet get all muddied up. And so I'll put them in this water here and get her all squared away. And she's a good girl. She just kind of takes it. She's all set. All right, let's see what else have we got. Yeah, I see the burgers on. Yeah, so I'm doing the I don't know what's called, Wagyu beef or whatever, or Wagyu or whatever it is. I'm doing that for the burger tonight. And my secret is to put in some A1 sauce in the burger. It makes it taste so freaking good. All right, hang on a second. And so we're gonna do that as well as some bacon. I've got some Applewood smoked bacon that's gonna go real good with it. And then I also put cheese inside the burger, and then I use a broche hamburger bun. So that's really good. You toast those up, and that makes the best burger. And so, all right, hang on here, sweetie. Let's get you up here, okay? Hang on. All right, 1, 2, 3. There you go. All right. Let's see. Are you still planning on a shelter for the Tacoma? Not right now. I mean, it's fine outside, and it's, it's an older Tacoma to where I'm not really worried about the paint. I've got so much backcountry pinstriping on it. It's crazy. And so you put A1 on your blown Sammy stuff. Fartside Drive, that's cool. Lexington, Kentucky says hello. Hey, thanks for tuning in. So, all right, let's get these burgers going. So what we're going to do first off is we're going to get the bacon going. And I always cook on cast iron. I just like the way cast iron performs. And it does kind of take a little bit of getting used to when you're first starting out with it, but it ends up working like really well. Let's see, where's my lighter at? I just like it because, like, once you get it dialed in, you realize how much of a even cook it can create, and then it holds heat real well, which I'm not even close to being organized here. Sorry, folks. Let me get this. There we go. All right, and the bacon we're using is a sugar-free Applewood Applewood smoked bacon from Sprouts. It's pretty good stuff, and these turn on really good. So let's see. May job Amazon registry wish list. No, I don't. I need to get that going. I just I've been a slacker about doing all that, like affiliate links and things of that nature. I feel like if I put a lot of links in my videos too, I feel like it's kind of, I don't know. I always feel weird about that, I guess. I don't want people to think I'm asking for too much, because it's like if people tune in, I'm like, well, that's cool. I'm making money off of that. It's nice to have that. But we're gonna have a nice sunset tonight. Look how the sun's coming into the camper here, making it look all cool. Actually, I love this camper. This thing's so awesome. It's like my little studio apartment on wheels out here. But I wanted to show you too, I switched out the water for the hot tub. And so it can get a little murky because what I do is I end up using it for about a week. And then after a week, I'll go ahead and switch it out. But I switched it out today, and look how inviting that looks. I don't know if you can really see in there because of the angle. But anyway, nice and clear. And then I got a bunch of Epsom salts and stuff in there for this evening. And then I'm going to soak after the burger and after I take Sierra on a little walk. Boy, it's really getting nice in here. So check this out. This is kind of how the evening gets here. The clouds get for, when like it's getting ready to be evening time around here. The clouds get really awesome. And the sunsets out here are insane. And the views looking this way. This is pretty cool over here. Check this out. So the view's looking this way towards the mountain over there. And then we got the sun setting right here in the background. I love those trees, those big old good juniper trees. They kind of look like bonsai trees, like full-scale bonsai trees. And so, all right, let's see here. What do we got? I'm okay, still kicking and screaming. Camper goer 1. So what are we doing for dinner? We're doing bacon, egg, A1, and aged cheddar cheeseburgers with a brioche bun. So I've got the brioche burgers right here, or the brioche burger buns right here. You got to have these if you're doing a burger. You got to have the brioche buns, and you toast them up, and it works out great. So what we're doing right now is we're cooking the bacon here, but then we're gonna use the barbecue grill outside to actually cook the burgers. And I'm just doing one, but it's gonna be really good. Let's see, coming VCR. Yeah, email is the best way. If you go to my website, it's just offgridbackcountryadventures.com. There's like a contact page, and that goes to my email. So yeah, Chris Brosh. That's right, man. It's the best stuff. You just gotta always have the, why make a burger if you're gonna put it on a crappy bun? Like make it count. And if you're cooking, like if you're gonna cook a burger, put all the good stuff in it. Like once we get done with this bacon, what I'll do is I'll let it cool, and then I'll break it all up in small pieces, and I push it inside the patty. Let me grab the stuff here. What did I do with it? With the A1. And there it is. There it is. And then, no, that's not it. I don't know what I did. Oh, here it is. And the Wagyu beef, or Wagyu ground beef, it's really good. It makes the best burgers. And so that's what I use for it. And so I'll make like a patty out of this, which we'll make that now. Another thing too is the cheese that I use an aged cheddar cheese. This is really, really tasty. It's grass-fed cheese that is aged anywhere from 8 to 13 months. And it's from Summerdale. Summerdale grass-fed mature cheddar. And there's another one too that's like 18 to 24 months, but I wouldn't recommend that one. I recommend the 8 to 13 months. That's really good. So, hey Cliff, yeah, unfortunately it didn't work. There's something wrong with the Rumble feed, and I was trying to correct it here, but it never turned on, and so I don't know what's up with it, unfortunately. So let's see, Campgrower One, the burger brand. Let's see here. This is just the Sprouts meat for the ground beef there, but it's the Wagyu ground beef style. It's really good. I think it's got like different fat content or something like that. It's really marbled well. So, but are you seeing any local wildlife on the property still? Yeah, just seeing like deer. We've seen some coyotes that are coming around. They always come around, and then also lots of rabbits, both jackrabbits and like regular rabbits. And then haven't seen any elk yet, but they're coming. Oh, I saw a bunch of pronghorn antelope the other day. There was like 6 of them on the lower part of the property, and they're running towards the lake over there. But mainly just deer and tons of birds. Like there's always lots of birds out here. So, there you go. So you're trying to get the Wagyu beef next month. That's cool, Truckin. See, did you miss the rock dam update? Yeah, it's going pretty good down there, and everything's going good as far as like the water, being retained, and it's like it's being held back a little bit. And if you notice in the last video, the first segment is the rock check dam that has I would say it has the most difference. Hang on. It has the most difference as far as you can really see it. You can see the grass behind it in this meadow, and the grass is kind of turning brown because you know how it is this time of year. There's not that much rain, except for right now there is, but there's not that much rain at this time of year. And also monsoon season was pretty lacking with moisture. And so, most of the time, most of that thing down there, where the rock check dam is, that would normally just be all, brown and kind of looking like it's on its way out too. But like the last rain we had before this one was like 2 weeks ago, and all the grass around there is green. It's like this big circle. You can see it clearly in the picture, and then also or in the frame in the video. And also too, you can see on one side how much higher the sediment is than on the other side. So it's doing its job, and I'm real pleased with it so far. It's minimal effort to get those things going. You just have to go out there and move some rocks, and then you're in good shape. But it seems to be going good. Hang on, I think it's raining. Yeah, that's what that noise is. I was wondering what that noise was outside. But it's going good, and I'm real pleased with the way the rock check dams are coming along. And I've built like about, let's see, so I think I have 9 down there now total. And I extended that big one too. I made it a little bit further rolling along. So, but everything's going good with it. I'm real pleased, and I'm going to continue working on that until the wintertime rolls in. And then once the wintertime gets here, like I said, like I was saying earlier, it's supposed to be pretty snowy out here. And with it being snowy, we're going to be hunkering down and not working on much stuff. I want to get some good wood stored up for the wintertime, so I'm not chopping wood every day, especially if it's going to be real snowy and windy. So, but see, Campgrower One, you're asking about the best areas to buy. I mean, I like the areas around like Seligman and Ash Fork and Williams. it's just kind of mellow up here. You know, there's not a lot of people around. I mean, there's more people coming around, but it's still not a lot. And there's not, the reason why is because there's not a lot of jobs up here. And so you kind of have to work online or, you know, bring your money with you. But there's lots of good places in Arizona. You know, just look around and try to get you a little bit of elevation, just so that in the summertime it's not as hot as, you know, as down as like in the valley. So, and then Seal Mill, yeah, I've got plenty of rocks here on the property. I've got a huge rock garden that actually extends kind of for about 5 acres to the lower part of my property, and it's got huge rocks on all different kinds, from basalt to sandstone to just regular lava rock, and kind of a lot of stuff in between. So I'm pretty fortunate because the diversity, number one, the diversity of trees on my property is great, but then also the diversity of rocks. And so I can build a bunch of different stuff because not everybody has pine trees on their property out here. And that's all my area is up here on the top area of the property. That's all that I have up here pretty much is just pine trees. And so I went through one time and I was trying to count on the upper section of my property how many pine trees I have. And I counted to 252. And I'm like, I'm going to stop because there's still so many more. I've got tons of baby ones out here too, tons of saplings growing. And so if I'm able to go through and thin out the forest a little bit and get some of those bigger junipers out of the way, then those pines will come through and grow real well, which is nice. So yeah, there's a lot of trees around in the area. Camp Grow 1 and see Williams is cool, but Flagstaff is low. Yeah, Flagstaff's great. It's just Flagstaff's unfortunately kind of expensive. So yeah, I've got 40 acres in Westwood Ranch for about 20 years. Oh, you sold a couple years ago. Yeah, okay, cool. Have a great weekend. Hey, Jennifer, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. So, but yeah, so I'm pleased with how things are going out here. Everything's going good. And all right, we are now done with the bacon cooking. So what we're going to do is kind of get all this stuff situated here. We're going to use this one for toasting up the buns, and then we're going to go ahead and make our burger right now, and then put some cheese inside of it, and then also melt it over the top of the burger. So you got to do both. I mean, you can't have too much cheese on a cheeseburger. You know what I mean? The same with bacon. I've got 3 good slices here. These will be good to throw inside. And then I'm also going to do an egg. I've got an egg from, let's see, it's called Lucky Quick Farms. So it's an organic farm around here that sells eggs to the grocery store. And we're good to go. Oh, hey, I wanted to say one thing that's kind of cool about let's see here. We've got somebody who's ban user and delete all the things. Sorry about that. Somebody was making my here start spamming stuff. That's crazy. But yeah, I can't go wrong. The flag is pretty expensive. I agree. But what I was gonna say was, let's see, what was I gonna say? Oh, it's nice having the organic farms around here because one thing about the grocery store, at least the one in Seligman, I was talking to them and I was like, how do you have such a good meat selection in here? Because they have like really good meats in their meat locker, and what they have is they have their own herd of cows, and so whenever they need meat out here, they go and get a couple cows butchered, and then processed, and then you have like all different types of cuts and a bunch of ground meat, and it's all organic. They just don't pay for the organic label, but it's all organic stuff. And then the whole town is able to benefit from, even though there's only 400 people that live in Seligman, the grocery store there has some really good stuff for you to tap into. It's not cheap. I mean, you're paying, like for an organic ribeye that's grass fed, you're probably paying like about $20 a pound. But you also don't have to drive an hour and a half to the grocery store. That's pretty nice here. So, but let's see, Mage, have I thought about doing Airbnb? No. Reason being is the area I live in, I agree with the Property Owners Association that I wouldn't do that. And everybody else has out here too. The property is strictly just for like family and friends and stuff like that. And that's the way that they've set it up out here so that people don't come in and put in like campgrounds and stuff and then make the neighbor upset. You know what I mean? And so other areas do allow it. They allow like hip camp, and there's some really great hip camps around. But on my property personally, I wouldn't do that. I'm not allowed to, and I don't want to either, just for the simple reason of I really like the peace and quiet out here, and it's really nice to just kind of not have anyone around and not hear anything other than just nature noises all day long. But I do want to do like meetups with people and stuff like that. I just doing them here on the property. The issue with that is you run into like insurance, so you have to carry an insurance policy just in case if anybody gets injured on your property. And then if somebody does get injured on your property, they can sue you. And there's been instances where in the past, people have lost land over stuff like that. And so I don't want to expose myself to that if I can avoid it. And so in the future, I don't know, probably do some stuff on some public land meetups and things like that. And then also too, like at some places like breweries and different stuff. So let's see what we got on the comments here. Oh, Corey Hoffman, hey, what's going on? Yeah, hey, I'm still wearing this thing. It's got some holes in it though. Got some. I'm starting to really put some wear and tear into it, but I wear this thing all the time, especially when I'm out chopping firewood. It's kind of nice to have it on. Okay, so here's what we do with the burger real quick. I want to let you know. So I've got the bacon that's already on here, and I took one of the three pieces and put the bacon inside of it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this cheese. This is for those that are just tuning in, this is the grass-fed mature cheddar. This is the 8 to 13 months as far as aged, and it's from Summerdale. I get that at Sprouts. So I'm going to shave off some cheese to go in here. There we go. And then the last ingredient that I'm going to do is I'll do 2 applications of the A1 sauce. I'll take a little bit, put it in the center here. And then when I'm done cooking, I'll put a little bit on the top of it. But I'm also going to put an egg on here too. So I'll take the burger, just mash it all up on the inside. I just fold it over like this and try to get everything kind of enclosed in there. I mean, it's okay if you got a little bit of the ingredients sticking out, but try to flatten it out to where it's not all like just on one side of the burger. So go like that. And then I'm saving these 2 pieces of bacon to put on top of it. So see, Camp Goer 1, yeah, you can only be a person. You can't be a company and buy land here. It can only be an individual, which I love. I would be horrified if the area was taken over by, we always hear about how like BlackRock and those companies are buying every home in the country. So it'd be horrifying if that were to happen, but that's not a possibility out here, which is great. And so you have to buy as a person. And then I think after you buy it, if you're a person, if you have like an LLC for your business or something like that, and you want to include your property in it, I think you're allowed to do that, and it can be under your company name, but you can't have like a corporation come in and buy just huge swaths of land. Because the reason being, up here, we're above a really nice aquifer that the towns can't tap into because it's too far away. So the water that we have up here, that well that I go to, the community well, it's awesome. That well is will always be like that because the parcels up here are really big. They're 40-acre parcels. So you got to think the water usage isn't as intense as it is in areas where there's 1-acre parcels. You know what I mean? And so the less density there is, the better those aquifers perform. And the wells out here don't go dry or anything like that. Well, they don't want companies coming in and buying land and then being able to drill a well and have unlimited water usage. So right now with the community well that I have, I'm allotted 4,000 gallons a month. But Victor Debs, thanks so much. Hey, let me start up the grill real quick. Hang on one sec. All right, cool. That's going now. But they don't want companies moving in and taking advantage of the water. Because I'm sure you probably all have heard about that Saudi Arabia company that since like 2000, I think like 2015, they had like unlimited water rights to grow alfalfa down in southern Arizona. And there's a bunch of crooked backstory behind that. Like basically the entire government down there got bought out in Maricopa County and allowed this thing to go through. But luckily they reversed that. But we don't want to have it to where you know, we don't want to have it to where we're in that spot where we've got some company coming in here and sucking all the aquifers dry. And so as it stands right now, I mean, you got to drill down like 800 to 1,000 feet to hit the water where I'm at. And that's very expensive. That's anywhere from, you know, 50,000 on the low end to up to 65, 70,000 on the high end for a well. So that's one thing that's prohibitive about being out here. You know, a lot of people are like, well, you know, the water situation's hard. And I agree it is. If you don't have a community well, it's much more difficult because you have to haul water, and hauling water is difficult on your vehicle, you know? And so I'd recommend if you're looking at a place, just ask what a community well is like and ask to see it. Ask to go over and actually see the well. Some of the places are like, yeah, we have community wells, but you have to take your own generator and they have to tell you which one to get. And to run a well, you have to have a big generator. That's a big expense. So it's not really, you know, 100%, you know, operational from the get-go. I can just push a button on my well. Once I go over and pushing the code to undo the lock, just push a button and it starts going, which is great. So, all right, let's see here. Let's see. What's that? Is that area get snow like Flagstaff? Cape Girl one, no, we don't get as much snow as Flagstaff, but it definitely gets snow out here. So yeah, I agree. CRL 2778 that the U.S. has got to stop selling land to other countries. I don't understand why they do that. You know, it's crazy. So I would think that they just wanted to keep it in, you know, and like they're selling it to like other countries, like not in and like other companies that are in these countries that are exploiting the land. Like, you know, the company from Saudi Arabia, they're not allowed to grow alfalfa in their country because it's too water intensive. So they came out here and found a loophole. And it's like whoever allowed them to do that, it's like they just obviously sold us out, you know, because the groundwater in Arizona is very, very, very precious. And, you know, you don't want to have some company just having unlimited usage in any capacity. So, all right, let's see here. Let's go outside. It's raining right now and really nice lighting with the sun's going down. So it always kind of casts. Oh, cool. We got a rainbow. I always get rainbows out here. We get double rainbows. If you can see the two rainbows right there, I always get them over that ridge, especially at nighttime when it's raining. And then here's looking the other way. So this is the storm that's coming in right here. We're right on the edge of it, and looks like we'll probably get rain here for a little bit. Here's looking the other way. Let's see. There we go. Looking towards like the hammock and the garden area and all that stuff. So, but let's see. You're asking, let's see, Jennifer. Yeah, Sierra's doing good. She's hanging in there, and everything's going awesome with that. So I'm real pleased. All right, let's get this burger on here. We've got right now. It's looking like it's clocking in at 400 degrees. So I do need to clean that stove, but we'll just cook it on another spot. So we'll be good to go. All right. So while that's going, we'll get an egg going, and then we can just we don't have to have the egg being like ready to roll, you know, to eat at the exact same time the burger comes available. We'll rather get the egg going, and then also you got to toast up your bun. And so I use I just use simple like Kerrygold sugar or Kerrygold butter, and heat up the cast iron, throw it in there, and you're rocking. So. But as far as things going here, the next projects that I want to do and knock them out is, you know, get the solar repositioned to the other part of the property, because now with it being wintertime or getting closer to being winter, you know, the sun's going down and I'm getting shadows on like half of my panels, so it's not working out. So do that, and then also get the beds going, the raised garden beds going. So let's see, Camp Girl one. It really depends. You just got to get out here and look around. So recommend like getting out and driving around. It just depends on what's on the property, you know. So I think it's time to confiscate all that land. Let's see. Hello from South Carolina. Hey, Wendy's Place. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so like I was saying, we're doing the broche buns. You got to have those for the deal. And if you do a couple applications of butter on them while you're toasting them, they just turn out to be like the most delicious things on the planet. That coupled with, you know, the burger, which is real good quality with the Wagyu beef, And then the smoked applewood bacon, that pairs perfect with all this stuff. And the A1 sauce just gives it like just a little bit of a kick and makes it taste really good. So what we're going to do is start toasting up the buns. I am thinking about going fly fishing this week with Sierra. We are taking the quad in, the one that I got from Phoenix a couple years back, taking it in just to get the steering squared away on it because it pulls a little bit to the right. And I was thinking, well, heck, if I'm going to be up in Flagstaff, I might as well continue on and go fish in some areas. So I think we'll be looking at the weather. As long as everything looks good, we're going to head out and go check out some areas, which would be pretty awesome. So Curtis D, good evening. That burger says, yeah, it's going to be a good one. I've already got some bacon strips here, and then we're going to put some more cheese on it. So we'll give it a couple flips, and then once it's ready to take off of there, we'll put some cheese on and melt it. And then we'll have the egg on it as well. So it's going to be pretty. Oh, and then we're going to put avocado on it. So it's going to be a pretty tall burger when it's all said and done. The rain keeps coming down. I thought we were done with rain, and it keeps. We've had rain since 10 a.m. So if you come outside here, there's our rainbows over there. Let's see them. Both of them. There's two. There's actually one right there too. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of getting blown out with the picture, but anyway. Let's see here. Jennifer, appreciate the live chat. Do you have any? No, I've been lucky. I had one issue with the pack rat once, and they're trying to get in my truck. They were eating the wires on my air compressor, and so I found out that it was a pack rat that was getting in there. And then you can buy these little things that have magnets, and it's like a strobe light underneath your vehicle, underneath the hood of your truck, and it just keeps them away. And ever since I did that, I haven't had a problem. I've been lucky with the camper. The people who had this before me completely replaced the bottom of it and patched all the steel. If there was like any holes or anything, they patched everything so the rodents can't get into my camper, which is really nice to have. So I don't have to worry about it when I take off and go somewhere to camp or whatever. There we go. Let's put on some more lights. I've got these lights here, and then all that. But I've been lucky. I mean, a lot of people out here get their campers get hammered with it, but I've not had a problem with it. So it's been nice. I was worried about that the first time I left and went to Colorado to hang out because I was gone for like 4 months, and I thought surely there's going to be mice in my camper when I get back, or a pack rat or something like that. Ends up I didn't have any of that. So it's really nice. And I'm hoping that trend continues, because last thing you want to have is getting in your vehicle or getting back from a long trip and your camper's just trashed inside. Because like once a pack rat gets in, you pretty much have to take everything inside of it and just take it out and burn it, and then start over. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and throw our egg on here. And if you put the egg in, instead of just like cracking it in, but you like put it in real slow, let it go, then it'll stay in one spot and won't get runny all over the place. For those of you that cook a lot, I don't mean to give out just basic info, but some people always ask about that. So, see, how do you keep your eggs in place? I'm like, well, you just crack them slow. And they're good to go with that. All right, so we're gonna be toasting the broche buns, adding the bacon, adding the cheese, and then putting on A1 sauce when we're done and good to go. All right, let's see here. Blackbeard, am I around Bridge Canyon Estates? Yeah, I'm close to there. Yeah, that's a cool area down there. I like it. You got the munchies. That's funny. So I've been using some ultrasonic mice repose. Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out, Dr. Dave. It's kind of nice to have. Yeah, the one thing about the lights is you got to replace the batteries. That's kind of annoying. All right, let's see here. Ooh, this is cooking fast. Let me do a little flip on the. No, we don't need to do that yet. Let me look outside real quick. I want to look how the burger's doing. All right, we're in good shape. I don't want it to flame up yet, because then it crisps the outside too much and doesn't get on the inside. It doesn't really cook it that well. But I'm excited for this winter to be cooking over a wood stove. I always love that. And so we'll be switching out the air conditioner. The air conditioner is just right here. This is where we have it. And then this is an old window that's behind here. And I actually have duct tape right now behind this. That's acting as like the kind of temporary window. Pretty ghetto. But I can take this whole thing out, and then I have an insert to put in, which is a stove jack, to where I can have the stove in here for me and Sierra, and then we're good to go. So let's see here, Cliff. Most people would rather trade money from sweat labor. Let's see. What do you think about container builds? I think container builds are fine. They're rodent proof and waterproof and weatherproof. So that's pretty nice. So yeah, Cliff. Some people would rather trade money and have somebody else do their work. You know, I mean, I figure I got plenty of time out here. This is what I'm doing full time. I'm not working other than, you know, doing YouTube and doing content full time, which is a full time job. It's definitely keeps you busy. But I figure I got a good story to tell out here with living off grid and, you know, building my property out of natural materials and all that stuff. And I think it looks cooler when I do stuff by hand. Like a lot of people had said, hey man, just go get an excavator and build your roads. And I thought, yeah, you know, you can certainly do that, and it does save you a ton of time and probably saves your body some aches and pains. But I think it looks cooler when you have it to where you build stuff by hand. You know, I think that ends up looking more unique and just kind of more original. And then, you know, a lot of things too, like with the property, I didn't really realize. You know, I thought I wanted to live in a different area on the property for the longest time, and then I got out here and started spending a lot of time on the property and realized that I'd rather be up here on this ridge area where I've got the camper. I just love it up here because the views I can see in every direction, and I can also see the weather coming in. When I'm down in the lower meadow, that area that I cleared next to where the creek is, that lower meadow area, you can't see the weather coming in at all until it's right on top of you because it's pretty tight down in there. So container very cool ideas. Let's see. Yeah, container builds are good though, because like I was saying, they're, you know, it's pretty much ready to rock and roll. And another thing too is, like, if you wanted to ever use a school bus, and some people are talking about making underground bunkers with those because they're designed to withstand a train hitting it. School buses are, so they got a real good internal structure. You just got to do something about the windows. I don't know if you put up sheet metal and weld it on there or whatever. But school buses are something to think about. All right, let me see how we're doing. Everything's toasting up real good with the buns. I just turned off the stove just to kind of let it chill there. That's one thing I will say about cooking all these different things at once to try to get like the best burger on the planet. It is kind of hard to coordinate a little bit. So anyway, see, I was up in Paulden today. Oh, Timmy. Oh, hey man, I saw your email come across. So I'll shoot you an email back. I didn't check email until just a little while ago. I haven't checked it prior to that for about a week. So, but yeah, Paulden's got some cool stuff up there. There's some neat stuff in that area that a lot of people don't know about. And I've been finding some really cool stuff up there. So let me go check on the burger real quick. All right, starting to come up there. So let's go say what's up to Sierra real quick. What's up, sweetie? What are we doing, Pumpkin? You feeling good these days? You're looking good. So the changes with her diet, I really think that's given her the extra, at least. What do you think, Duncan? What do you think, baby? Let me tell you. Don't worry, I'm going to get you a treat. She knows we're cooking a burger, so she wants some. What you thinking, sweetie? You want to say what's up to everybody? What's up? What you thinking? Everybody loves you. You're the star of the show. If it wasn't for you, my channel. Look at her. She's all looking away. Don't worry. We'll go outside here shortly, Pumpkin. I gotta cook dinner. All right, let's see. I'd really like to dump my land in Wisconsin, get something in Arizona. Yeah, it's nice out here. I love it out here. It's pretty laid back. The economics of the area keep it quaint, and there's just not much around, which is cool. So yeah, isn't she a good looking dog? I love her. We've had so much fun over the years. I've been really fortunate to have her with me. She's just been the best. All right, let's come back over here. See what we're looking like for the burger. All right, so for the toasting, kind of get it like that. That one's kind of an uneven toast, but you're good. And then you can put butter on it and just put it back in your cast iron. And your cast iron is going to stay hot. So I'll put a little bit of butter on the bottom here, just so it doesn't get dry. It stays nice and moist and like Just nice warm bread, like bread that you get from your grandma's house. You know what I mean? Let's see how the burger's looking. All right, so we probably got about, I don't know, 5 minutes left on the burger. So why don't we sit here and I'll answer any questions that you guys have about anything. Let's see. She's all, yeah, Sierra's a good one. She's the best. And you know, like with her doing well like this, it's very possible that she could pass from old age eventually and not from the cancer if things continue to be stable and she's able to continue to, as long as the cancer doesn't get bigger, you know, I think we're in good shape. And it seems like I was saying, that the tumor that's in her rear, it doesn't seem nearly as hard ever since we started the keto diet and just really started to starve that, try to, or attempt to starve the tumor. It seems like she's had more energy and also that she's more comfortable. Like she's breathing way better. Like she's breathing slow again, whereas before she was breathing a little bit of a labored breath. She doesn't have that at all anymore. And I think that's just, you know, the inflammation's down in her body, which is good. And we're not feeding the cancer at all with anything. And no sugar, no carbs, no nothing like that. And I basically, what I've been doing is I've been looking at stuff online. I've been watching videos about people and about what are humans doing to help combat their own cancer, and that's where I'm getting all these ideas for her. And then what's nice is the vet clinic up in Flag, they do want to write a paper on her. So you got this. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. So no, Corey, no updates on that, but I'll talk about some stuff in Patreon soon. So it's a Carolina girl. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. You know, it's just that with her, she's such a good dog. And I've just been so fortunate to have her with me, and it's just been amazing. So yeah, how's my health after the last year? It's getting better. You know, I'm definitely able to put on a little bit of weight and work out and eat a little bit more food. Not a lot more food, but a little bit more. I wanted to show you the ferns. I've been harvesting them. So they're right here. So this is 3 of the smaller plants. And then this was the big one, the one that was in really good shape as far as being super healthy. Can't really see it, but I've got them all up there drying. And so I'll make a pain medicine out of that, which would be real nice. And then, you know, with me working out here on the property, that's what I use to be able to go to sleep. I just make myself edibles and we're good to go. The hot tub is up to temp. So as soon as we're done with the burger and cooking the food, I'll be out here in the hot tub for the rest of the evening and just kind of hanging out. And then Sierra will probably crash out. Well, actually, I got to take her for a walk and then I'm going to hit the hot tub. So, let's see. Camper going. Well, I hope your Akita, you know, is able to get over that. And if the bump is a tumor, you can put RSO on it. It's called Rick Simpson oil. If you're in a state that has legal marijuana, and that's said to really help out with any sort of tumors that are topical like that. So hopefully you can get that squared away. All right, we're just about done here. Let me look at the burger, see if it's ready to rock, and then we'll come back here and make it all up and then chow down. I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit just to get the cooking process going here. All right. Anybody have any questions about finding land up here in northern Arizona there or anything like that? Because I'd be happy to answer them. I do have a lot of people that will message me and ask me specifically, like, where exactly do you live? I'm like, well, I don't give out the exact location. I can't. I got to be a little bit private about stuff. But you know, it is. I do want to let people know about northern Arizona in general and kind of some general areas to look. And you know, you can buy land up here for cheaper than you can get it in other mountain areas. It's just you have to make sure your water situation is dialed in. And I'm not going to be collecting rainwater just because it's too much of a laborious process, and you have to clean your tanks all the time, and animals get into it. Even if you put wiring around where your downspout goes into these containers, they can get in there, and it's just, you know, it doesn't work. So let's see, Miller 3, that's basically like the Juniper Mountain Range. there's a Juniper Mountain Range that goes through Arizona, through a section of northern Arizona. That's where I'm at, and it's nice out here. I mean, it's juniper, like predominantly juniper, but there's also pine trees in the area. And when I say juniper, there's two types of juniper. There's the old growth juniper, which was here initially, and then there's that new scrub juniper, which has taken over in the last like 100 years. That was from overgrazing. And what happened is back in the 1800s when they settled this area, there was a big cattle operation, and they didn't realize running all those cattle would kind of make the soil and degrade the soil a little bit. So what happened was the area used to have big pine trees and then these old growth junipers. The pines eventually, and a lot of them were cut down to use for like construction, different stuff like that. And then a lot of the pines just went away over time, and it was overtaken by juniper. So now what we're trying to do is, like there's areas in Arizona. If you saw that video I posted on the comment section or in the community section of my channel a while back, talking about how they're going through and plowing down, but basically they got these big machines that go through these trees and like mulch them up, and they're mulching up all the scrub juniper and making big sections of corridors for animals to run, and then also for the natural grassland to kind of restore itself. And in the area close to our place here, they did it 2 years ago, or no, 3 years ago, and it's starting to make the turn. Like the grass has changed; it's different type. It's like more of a velvety looking grass as opposed to like kind of like a hard scrabble grass. So it looks pretty cool. So, all right, let's see. Your advice to ensure that your secure water situation is gold. Oh yeah, thanks. So yeah, I just recommend it. It makes your life that much easier. Now you can do it without having like a community well, and you can get land and you can haul your water. But the problem is like hauling your water puts extra wear and tear on your truck. And then there are times where you go to the well and it could be that the well is not operable, so you wasted that trip into town. Different things like that. And then also too, if you get locked into your land with a real crazy winter, or during the monsoon season with like a really, really slick roads, then if you run out of water and you got to go get it somewhere else, you're kind of out of luck. So Northern AZ, I've been looking for advice. Johnny HB, looking in Vernon. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know anything about that area. I've not really been up there. So Johnny HB, let me know what you find out about that area, because that's one area I've yet to travel to. So I don't know much about that. All right, let's check the burger, see how it's looking. I turned it up, so we should have a little bit of flame on it. That's flaming up right now. Oh, just a little bit, not too bad. All right, we'll get everything ready over here to prep, and then we'll get going. So let me get a plate out, and I'll grab this here shortly. Okay. All right, see what we got for comments real quick before. Yeah, Campcar One. So you can get, I think it's 2,000 gallons of water delivered for $180 if you're within a certain geographic area. And then if you're outside of it, you just got to pay a little bit extra for the delivery fee. But the water that they use, I don't know where they get it from. That I'd always ask, if you want to get water delivered, ask where they're getting their water from, because there are wells in northern Arizona that are along the railroad around here, and the water along those tastes different. So ask if it's a railroad water well, like a position along a railroad, because you got to think all those years of those railroad tracks being there, and all that tar and stuff that they put on it, and the oil and everything, that'll soak down in the ground, and it might get into, like the area where that well is located. And so I've noticed it, like we call it the railroad well. There's one that's in Seligman, and when you get water from it, it just tastes different, and it makes your skin itch. Like when I make the hot tub, my skin would always be super dry when I got out. But with the well that we have here in the community, when I go get that water, it tastes great. You don't have to purify it because it's so deep and down in the aquifers. The water, when it goes down there, just naturally purifies and gets filtered. But it tastes great, and then also too, your skin feels real soft after you get done. Like when I get done with the hot tub, my skin doesn't feel all hard like it does with that other water. And so I think that just ask them where the well's at, if you're going to go get a community well. So, or if they're going to deliver the water is what I meant to say. All right, let me grab the burger. I think it's ready to rock and roll. And then we'll go ahead and make this thing. And let's see, I got to get my avocado. Oh, the one thing I need to do is throw some cheese on top of the burger. So let me do that real quick, and I'm going to flip it, and then we'll pull it off. So we'll give it about 2 more minutes after this. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. There we go. It kind of looks like the burger's turning into like an open-faced burger, where I took it and folded everything over to you know, with the patty after I stuffed the interior of it. It's kind of starting to open up again. It looks like a little clam. So, that's pretty funny. Let's see. I learned how to clean my own. I'd be happy to share with songs. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, there's, you know, you can get different stuff too. You can get like a water purifier for your water and all that stuff. But I just noticed the stuff next to the railroads, any of the wells over there, they kind of smell. The water just tastes a little bit off. All right, let me go grab this. We got our toasted buns. Oh, let me put the bacon on there. Actually, I'm gonna wait till we get it in here to throw the bacon on, and I'll put up the ingredients that I use for this in the community section on YouTube on the page. I'll put up all the ingredients that I use to make these hamburgers, because these cheeseburgers are so good. They're just amazing. So it's a cool truck, and you said 3 acres for 10 grand. Slim. Yeah, that's usually kind of what it's going about right now. Well, it depends on what's on it, but that's kind of what it's going for right now. The smaller the parcels, the more of a premium you pay. So once you get up in the 15 to 20 to 30 to 40 acre range, once you get to the 40 acre range, a lot of parcels are anywhere from like $750 to $2,000 an acre, depending on how those parcels look. So the bigger the land, the smaller per acre, or the smaller price per acre. So just keep that in mind. So look around a little bit, because like, you know, like in my area, I can only subdivide down to 10 acres. Well, I have a 14 acre parcel, so I can never subdivide my parcel down to anything smaller. But at 14 acres for me feels enormous. It feels, you know, I got a lot of good stuff on a lot of variation on the land, a lot of great rocks to work with, variety of trees, all that stuff. So, all right, go grab this. We're gonna get our dinner on here. So see how the burger looks like it was like open faced burger, because it's all opening up right there on the side. You can kind of see it. So, it's kind of crazy. All right, bacon. Oops, nope. We're gonna do the A1 sauce first. So you got to put the A1 sauce on there. That's the best, and not a lot, just a little bit, but enough to where, you know, you get some good coverage. And then I put the bacon on. Then we'll do the egg. And then some avocado. Just like that. Whoops. And the bun. This burger's going to fall over. It's so big. So check. Here, I'm going to... That's the burger right there. Pretty good, huh? It's going to be huge. I'm going to couple that with some blueberries, and then we're going to call it good. And then we'll be taking Sierra out for a walk. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and log off now so I can eat. I apologize. The Rumble stream, for some reason, I must have put in the credentials wrong, and it didn't get going. So we were only live on YouTube tonight. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks for the comments. I appreciate it. And we'll catch you on the next live stream. We'll do another one in a couple of days here. All right. Take care. Have a good night.